Alrighty, we are now live and everything seems to be working good. Hello, and welcome. Alright, I'm sorry. It's been a little bit since I've gone live. As you could hear, I'm still not 100%, but I have a little bit of energy, so I'm like, you know what? Why not do some really chill painting, hang out, catch up with everyone. And yeah, I don't know how long I'll be necessarily going live for, but at least a tiny stream is better than no stream. I'm just gonna go until I kind of run out of energy. Yeah, but in that, at least what I am really excited to start this new piece of fan art. And we're just gonna be working on the background today, so it's very easy, just blending colors and that kind of stuff, so nothing like brain strenuous. It's Ka. Hi, Ka. How you doing? Oh my gosh. Ka, thank you for the bits. Aw. You're so sweet. Thank you. Thank you just straight out of the gate. Thank you so much. Aw. Hey, and it's Isaac. Hi, Isaac. How you doing? How is everyone? I know it's been a while. Yeah, sorry. Like, I know I had a show last weekend, as a lot of you know, and I think I spread myself too thin, making it so I was tired and more, like, I caught something easily. So just recovering from that, but the show was really good. It was really awesome to be back, and yeah. Aw, thank you, Evo Leia. Hi, Evo Leia. How you doing? And I am. I'm just like chilling and that kind of stuff. I was like, you know what? I have a little bit of energy today, so might as well say hi and show you guys some art. Oh, hi, Win. How you doing? Oh, thank you, Win. Thank you for the sub. You're awesome. I'm very grateful for you. Thank you. Well, I'm glad you're doing good, Evo Leia. Glad you're doing good, Win. Yeah, I know my voice still doesn't sound 100%, but trust me, it used to be a lot worse. At least it doesn't hurt to talk anymore. Yeah, one time it was not fun at all. True, Evolia. It's all good. Sorry, I couldn't find a certain paint color. I don't know why I couldn't find this cerulean blue for a second. I was like, where'd it go? I know it's in my paint box. Aw, thank you, Win. Thank you. I am feeling a bit better. Still not 100%. If we were all hanging out in person, I'd probably tell you all, let's not hang out in person. But you can't catch germs over the internet, so we're all okay. Yeah, no worries, Evo Leia. Like, I'm taking care of myself. I've been slow and I've been resting and that kind of stuff. So I'm not no worries, Evo Leia. I'm not gonna push myself. All's good. Oh, very cool, Isaac. Very cool. Is the new Isaac, are you having fun with the new game? Alrighty. So, what I'm planning, I know I'm like still like gathering colors. So I'll let you know what my thought process is rather than just seeing me disappear and getting paint and stuff. So I want this like top part here, right here, to be blue behind these chibis. And then I want it to be red behind these ones right here. So it'll be like a strip of blue or a strip of red. And it'll be all very blended. It's not going to be like harsh line. I do have lines here, but these were more like guidelines for myself of setting the chibis in place. Because they kind of got squished in here, and I wanted to make sure that they don't look squished. They look kind of like naturally placed. Like they're all like, it's all okay. Like the composition's good. I still kept in mind a lot of composition. So this would be blue, red. Here will be like, these ones here will be like a gray. Kind of like a silvery blue gray. I want like a pretty gray. I don't want like something dull or boring. Right here will be green. And then on this corner here will be purple. So that's what I'm kind of, that's what I'm going for. And I kind of want this, like, I have a vision of a texture where it's like the brush strokes that go up and down. Since a lot of my composition here of the chibis, a lot of times your eye goes from top to bottom. You don't think about that much, but usually it's like the focal point are the eyes and the face, what's going on in expression. So I want to continue doing that with my brush strokes going up and down, and that's how I'll blend them. So I gotta find some red. Where's my cadmium red? Gotta find that. Good old cadmium red. I like this one. And I don't want it to be super solid either, so I'm gonna have some like fluctuations of different tones in there as well. So I'm gonna use some oranges, some yellows, burnt sienna. Yup, exactly, Win. Chibis! Chibis. I like this cadmium orange too. This is my favorite. Nice. Nice, Isaac. I'm glad you're having fun with the new game. Hey, Isaac Vi is a very, very cool character. She is very cool. Alright, what else do I need? And you know what? I'm gonna grab some burnt sienna, and then I'm gonna start mixing colors and actually start putting paint to canvas. Where's my burnt sienna? I have disappeared, and now I am back. I swear, like, it's been a couple days since I've painted, and I'm already like, where are my colors? It's like they're all in my paint box. They're all in there. Alright, so I'll move this aside just for a second. Move this forward. My lovely, lovely palette. And yeah, all this is like dry. I could have cleaned it out, but I didn't. And so I'm gonna add a bit of white and a bit of cobalt, or this French ultramarine. The background blue color that I'm kind of going for is a very like royal blue kind of color. And there's a lot of surface area, so I'm gonna have to mix a lot of blue for sure. And I definitely want some lighter blue in here as well. And I'm going to mix a little bit of this, like this kind of more teal color blue in with this French ultramarine. I'm trying to give like different values, because like I said, I don't want it to be like solid, just one solid color. I don't want it to be boring, but I also want the fluctuations of color to be kind of subtle. Oh, thank you, Win. Thank you for posting the Discord. There we go. So that's good for my blue side. And since it's bordering with the red, I do want to go right in and mix with some red. So here it's all dry. And you remember when working with reds and oranges, right? It takes, red can look very flat on its own. So actually using yellow and orange to help keep that red looking nice and bright helps out a lot. It's interesting with warm colors actually how many other like tones of different warm colors there is used. Like there's so many colors to use just to keep red looking red. I'm gonna, yeah, and then I kind of want like a red brown also in there. Looking a little dull, so I'm gonna add some yellow in there. Yellow's a really good color to use to like brighten like warm tones up. And not just warm tones, also green. Sometimes I use yellow and green to brighten it up as well. Well, it depends on the type of green. If it's like a blue green, then I won't. But if it's like a yellow green, a warm green, then I will. All right, and then let's mix some orange here. Now orange, it'll always look kind of weird just mixed with white, so I do end up mixing it with yellow. And there we go. I think we're good for the first part. I'm not gonna bother with mixing the purple or the green right now. or even the gray tone, because I don't know how far I'll get in this painting, and I don't want to like spend all my time mixing colors I'm not even going to use for this moment. And this canvas is very long, so I'm gonna have to, I had readjusted myself a little bit. So, yeah. Oh, actually, if you don't mind, I completely forgot. I wanted to take a photo of this canvas before I started painting it, and I completely forgot until literally just this second. So I do apologize. I'm gonna just put this all aside, and I'm gonna take my photo. I like to take progress photos for like social media, and also just showing people my progress, and that kind of stuff, what like a painting looks like before and after, and that kind of stuff. If you follow me on the socials, you know my style. You know what I'm talking about. Here we are. I'm gonna just take a quick photo. You know what? I'm gonna take a video too. You're like, I can't believe this girl. I came to watch her. And she's taking video. I just realized that was in the video of the recording that I took. You're gonna hear that. Oh well. It'll be muted in the socials. Anywho. All right. So here we go. I know, right? I can't just like undo it right when. All right. So. And it was quick. See, you didn't wait too long. Took longer to like paint, to mix all my paints. Alrighty. So I'm gonna take a pretty large brush. I have this one, and then I have this one. I'm actually gonna need even something smaller to go around all the details too. Let me see. I swear it's so suspenseful. Yeah, see something small like that, because you could see the chibis. They have a lot of tiny details. There's a lot of little details in between everything. And I do apologize for the sniffles. All right, so I'm gonna do strokes like this. And I'm just going up and down. And I am going over the border a little bit, not by much though. And then I'm going in with another tone of blue. I'm so excited to work on this piece. So I've had these little guys as sketches for, I think, almost 2 years now. Not as like, not sketched on the canvas. I did this like maybe a month ago. No, I just finished the sketch of this on the canvas right before my Albuquerque show. So, not a month, jeez. My cold brain. But I have had them as a sketch, as an idea I wanted to do for, I think, almost 2 years in my sketchbook. And and when I first came up with this design, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna do this immediately. And look, 2 years later, hey, that's how it happens, right? Sometimes when things happen like that, I'm like, well, maybe it was meant to be for some reason. Some things manifest quicker than other things, and that's okay. I am getting a little concerned that it's too dark around the chibis. Like this part here I like, but see, like this part I just don't, I want them to pop out. I don't want them to get lost in the background. So you know what, I'm gonna actually make a even lighter blue than this. I gotta get more white. I know, look, so little out of this tube. Ooh, okay, wait, I see it from afar. It looks good. I like the cobalt blue or the royal blue. I'm just gonna mix a little bit. I'm gonna add some more of that, like, that teal blue in it as well. It's funny, actually, these colors are kind of giving me, like, ocean vibes. Alright, let's try this. Let's see if this is a little bit better. You know what? I think this will be a little bit better. There we go. Yeah, no, I really like this light blue. There we go, and you can see how I'm using like the tiny brush to get in there with all the tiny details, and it's okay if it covers up a little bit. That's why I do the background first, is so that it's easy to paint over. I remember in high school we had one of my painting teachers. It was so strange. She had us paint the focal point first, and then like we basically worked front to back. And we would spend, I remember spending so much time on my paintings trying to fix and correct what I had covered up when I got to the background. So it'd be like painting the chibi first and then trying to carefully paint around them in the background. And it wasn't until I started taking oil paint classes when my art teacher, still my current art teacher, was like, wait, why are you doing it like that? Like, no, paint back to front. I'm like, this makes so much more sense. And it's so much easier. And these are done with oil paints, so it's also making it super nice and easy to blend, as you can see. Yeah, I'm just having fun right now, like working on the blending the colors and that kind of stuff. I will say it actually feels good to get back to painting again. It's been a few days since I've been painting, and it feels good. Yeah, even though I'm working at the show, I'm not creating any art. So when I get home, I'm like, I'm itching. I'm itching to keep creating. Oh my gosh, it's Nacho. Hi, Nacho. How you doing? Nacho, how long have you been sitting in here? And I haven't even like looked at the chat. I am so sorry. I got like so into my painting that I'm just like, wait, I have a chat to look at. Hi Nacho. Yeah, thank you for stopping by. Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better. Nice, nice. Yay. That's so exciting, Nacho. Yeah, for everyone, Nacho is making a mini documentary, like following me around, doing shows and such, and also interviewing other artists as well who do like the shows, like conventions and that kind of thing. So yeah, I was super excited about the first episode to drop. It'll be really good. You definitely should all, everyone should all go check it out. And you get to see a lot of behind the scenes of what goes on in an artist's life, and actually like how much work it takes to be an artist at these conventions. You know, it's not like we just appear, we just think of no, this would be a cute piece of art to do, and poof, it's here. Which I know a lot of you who watch the stream regularly know that, and you see the time and effort that goes into. But I'm not the only artist. Actually, all the artists go through very similar stories. So yeah, it'll be awesome. Hey, it's Mr. Hangman. Hi, Mr. Hangman. How you doing? Is this your own character turnaround? I'm guessing you're talking about the painting. These are not my original characters. This is some fan art from, well, I designed them, but it's fan art from, the Acceleracers. It's kind of like a Hot Wheels series that I grew up watching as a kid, and I recently thought of, oh my gosh, it would be so cute. What if all the characters are turned into like a chibi form? What would that look like? Um, so that's just what this painting is. Yeah, when it's you know what? Then keep an eye out for when Nacho posts um his series, and you'll get to see all the behind the scenes and everything. It's really cool. There's a lot that goes into it. Nice, Mr. Hangman. That's good. You're keeping busy and working on your animations. That's awesome. Yeah, I bet. I bet it's a lot of moving pieces, Mr. Hangman, to work on any kind of animated story of any kind of animation. Hey, that's alright. Oh, I just realized I just already made a comment. See my braids like, oh look, and I was about to make a comment, Mr. Hangman, about your animation, like, oh good, that it's already halfway done, and I'm like, wait, I already said that. I already answered that message. Oh my gosh. Silly me. Yeah, I'm hoping to really kick this like whatever cold I have soon, because I want to get back outside to foam smithing. And I just want to get back to that, because I mean, I'm still working on that Jinx Boom commission, and I have other goals things I want to make. So, and I kind of feel the pressure a little bit. So I'm like, all right, get better so I can work on my projects. But as of right now, I'm just kind of sitting at home, painting. Oh, and I wanted to also bring up the foam horns that I've made, because I know I was making those on I was making them here with all of you, and a lot of people liked the foam horns, so that's good. Makes me super happy because I like making the cosplay horns a lot, so I'll be probably making another batch here soon, which is exciting. You know, it was interesting. A lot of people asked if I had red horns, which that's like the one color I didn't play with much. I was like, oh, people are gonna want them earthy or neutral. So I went with a lot of cool and darker tones. No, people want red. They're like, do you have red horns? And I'm like, no. Ah, darn it. And I was afraid of that. I think I was like joking with everyone. I'm like, watch, I'm going with these like more like neutral type colors, and people are gonna want something really bright. And yep, that's what they want, something really bright. So I guess my next batch that I make, I'll be making red ones. I think it's funny. I know, Eve, I am a silly goose. Yup. You are right, Evelia. Yeah, these ones will be cute too. I am really excited. Um, you'll get to see them evolve. I decided to stick them all on one canvas because I feel like when I did my Zodiac chibis, it was a lot of work to do each chibi on its own canvas. Not like it was a bad thing, but I was like, there could be an easier way to do this, especially like they're in groups. It's a collection. So I'm like, what if I stuck them all together? What would that be like? And so far, I'm like, oh, this is kind of nice. At first, it was very intimidating because they're much, much smaller than when they were on the 8x10s. And I was like, oh no, how is this going to read? How is this going to look? It took a lot of work to get them to kind of fit, and I had to redraw some of their designs. But it all ended up working out. Yeah, Mr. Hangman. Yeah, thank you for sharing on the Discord. I'll have to, after the stream, I'll have to go take a look at it. I know, I agree with you too, Win. I like the earthy type horns, like something that's more darker and that kind of look, but I don't know, maybe just having a mix of styles because everyone has like different characters in mind and all that. So I think I'm just gonna keep a mix of different styles when I'm making the horns. Oh, I bet, Mr. Hangman, that's... Oh, I know, stop animation is very, very tedious. When I was a kid, my brother had a stop animation kind of, like, studio. And it was very simple, very basic. And we tried a couple of times to make some shorts because this was in the day where like those stop animation Lego videos were all over YouTube and like super popular. So we were like, oh, we'll make our own. Now we're posting it on YouTube. I don't even know where our shorts are. I don't know. They're probably like on some hard drive somewhere stashed away. But it is. Stop animation is very, very tedious. So yeah, no, I totally know what you mean. I hear you. Yes, when I do like the memes that you made with me in the coffee cup mug. Very silly win. There we go. Yeah, I'm actually having a lot of fun here, just blending all these colors. It's looking good, looking good. Oh, Evo Leia. Oh, the one with the hidden, the ones that might hold the old videos that my brother and I made. I have no idea even where that is or where to even look for it if I had to. If it's anywhere, I bet it's on a shelf somewhere, stashed away, stored away, and it hasn't been turned on in a while. So I'm sure it'd be fine. Because it hasn't been like constantly running whole time. Don't even know. One day it'll probably just, since I'm now talking about it, it'll probably pop up randomly and I'll let you guys know if it does. Mm. That would be super cool, Mr. Hangman. Especially like a Borderlands type thing. Oh, that would be so cool. That'd be super, super cool. So I'm taking little peeks and I'm looking from like my monitor what it looks like from afar, and it's looking cool. I'm liking how this is turning out. This is like what I wanted the background to look like and what I was kind of envisioning. So this is good. Ooh, all right. What's your new cosplay idea? Win? What's your new cosplay? And please do tell, I'm curious. Yeah, I think that would be cool, Win. It sounds like a cool cosplay. I think you should do it. Yes. Do it. I think that'll be fun. Yes, Mr. Hangman, I have heard of the game Go, but I've never played. and I don't know much about it except that it's a board game. That's all I know. Yeah, I've heard it's fun. I don't know much about it. I like board games. I like games. I think they're fun. There we go. So as you can see, it's kind of like a little bit repetitious, kind of like just going along the whole thing. Paint in the background. Not challenging. I think the most challenging part is just getting around all the tiny details. I think most artists for a painting like this, what they would have done is just painted the background and then put the little images on top, which I could have done, but clearly I didn't. I always kind of forget that's an actual thing to do, is to, especially with these like very fluid backgrounds, is to paint it first, then put the like details or the subject matter on top. I think that's normally not my process, so that's why I forget that, yeah, that's a thing you can do. I'm just gonna take my fluffy brush and kind of blend it out. Some of these brush strokes, especially over here, got a little choppy, so I'm just gonna blend them back out. And I think pretty soon this like lighter blue color I'm gonna have to mix some more of it because I'm almost out on my palette. So I'm gonna put this aside for a second. Whoop. That almost became a mistake. And bring this forward. I think I need a little bit more of this teal blue. There we go. And this is, I used some older paint, so it's a little thick, so I'm gonna add some turpentine in that. And it's looking a little too light blue, it's a little too baby blue, so I'm gonna add some more of this teal in here. Even it out a bit. There we go. The color match. Yep, that's pretty much it. I swear, sometimes the trick is just getting it to color match. That could be the tricky part. Alright, gonna move my palette aside. Oh, really? Win, that's so funny. So, does your brother's cat also like to watch my streams? I would never think that some of my watchers are cats. But I feel honored and flattered. Yes. I'm glad that I can provide good cat TV for all the kitties. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Win. All right, Win. Sounds good. Yeah, I didn't bring Miss Clove in here because I'm like, I kind of just want a chill stream where I'm just painting and just really focusing on the painting because, like I said, my energy is it's low, so I'm like, I kind of don't want to like try to interact and try to keep the cat off of my paints, as entertaining as she is. Not today. I'll bring her back next week. I'm actually surprised I even lasted this long with my energy weight it is. I think it's because I'm just kind of, I'm partially just chilling. I don't even know what time it is. Oh, wow. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Good to know. I just looked at the time and I'm like, huh. Hey, it's Link. Hi, Link. How you doing? You're focusing on the pain. Evilea, you're so funny. No, I'm not focusing on the pain, thankfully. I am not someone that likes to do that. I'm focusing on the painting. I know. It sounds that way because I'm all stuffy. But I'm not joking. I might have to take a nap after this stream. But it does feel good to just get back into this painting and to work. Feels really, really good. Might actually leave these paints out today and come back to it a little later. That's also something else nice about oil paints is that you can leave them out. I wouldn't leave them out for days, but like if I stop this morning and then come back to it in the evening, all the paints won't be all dried out or anything. I can just like leave it, and also I can just kind of like stop and then come back, and all this will still be like easy to blend, unlike acrylics where if I did that everything would be dried up by the time I'd come back, so I'd have to remix all my colors. I actually debated about doing this piece in acrylic, but I was like, nah. To kind of give it more of that like graphic kind of look, but I know me, I can make my oil paints look like acrylics, so. And also too, I wanted this really nicely blended background. Oh, really, Isaac? Oh my gosh. I bet there's some good players out there. You know, as long as you're having fun though, Isaac. That's what really matters. also something with these chibis is that I feel like I finally found my style with them. I've been kind of like experimenting, and if you notice, like if you ever stand my like chibi, maybe I'll make a post of it one day, like all the chibis next to each other, trying to discover the style. And I think with these ones, I have finally found the style that I'm like, yes, this is what I like. Sometimes in art, it kind of like, it takes a couple of tries and a couple of like experimenting before you actually find your style that you're like, yep, this is me. Definitely gonna blend this top. It's a little rough right here. Is it to answer your question, Wayne? Sorry that it took me a minute to see your message. Again, I got involved with my painting and then I was like, wait, I should probably look over at the chat. Is it possible to make acrylic look like oil? Yes. It is very difficult. I do it all the time. Like my acrylic paintings that I do on my wood blocks, a lot of people think that's oil because of how well blended it is. It's very hard. I don't recommend it, but I do it all the time because I like my things very blended. So yes, it is possible. It's just it also takes a lot of layers of acrylic paint, a lot of super thin layers that you kind of build up, and a lot of water. I find it almost easier to do it on the wood blocks rather than traditional canvas. It's just how the canvas holds it. But yeah, it's also very different techniques to use than normal like oil paint as well. Like you don't really treat acrylics like oils. And I'll get so used to working with oil paints, and then I'll go to acrylic and I'll be like, why is this not working? Like, oh wait, oops, I forgot. And it's also possible to make oil paints look like acrylics too. Um, Again, it's a totally different process. It's a lot of, so what I'll see people do is they'll just do like solid blocks of color where they'll paint one section, let it dry for a couple days, paint it again with the same exact color, let it dry, do it again, and now all of a sudden it has like this really like solid like block of color. And it's a long process because you have to wait for it to dry before you can continue. But it works, and it's kind of cool what you can do with it. I've even seen artists make make acrylic paints look like watercolor, which that's always really cool. That looks difficult, but basically what they do is they take the tiniest amount of acrylic paint and they water it down like a lot and make it really watery, and then they paint with that. Gotta wash your brushes really well after that, but yeah. And gotta work quickly. But if you can do that, it looks super cool. Oh, Ari from KDA. Ari's such a cool character. Yeah, don't let her do that charm attack on you, Isaac. That'll be pretty bad. I know, she's a pretty strong character. I mean, it can be washing brushes be a pain. It's just tedious. If you take care of your brushes from the very beginning, they'll treat you well. There we go. Almost done with this blue. It's coming along. Hopefully it's not too boring. I don't know. I find the blending of oil paint like super satisfying. Taking my fluffy brush, my large fluffy brush. Well, this isn't even my biggest one, but it's big compared to all the other brushes I'm working with. gonna scooch this down just a tad. You know what, we can move it like this. See, where can we see it better? Like that. That would be very cool, Isaac. I know. I like KDA. I like the music. It'd be very, very cool. I actually have an idea in my head of making some KDA fan art one day of like all the girls on like of as like a kind of stage performance kind of like capture. I think that'd be such a cool painting. One day, one day. I have lots of ideas. Always so many ideas. Oh, oh, that'd be so cool, Isaac. I hope that that'd be cool if KDA made more music and that kind of stuff. That'd be super cool. I know All Out was supposed to be like their last one, but that'd be cool if Riot ended up doing more. Honestly, I think people would love it. I think so many people would be like all here for it. I know I would be. So that's actually part of the documentary that Nacho's putting together. So it's not just like life as an artist setting the booths up at the um conventions, but also day-to-day life of like me making my products and you know, like everything from, you know, coming up with a concept, making it into a real item, ordering it, then it's here, and then like how am I going to set it up at my booth and that kind of thing. So the process of making stuff is also going to be a part of the documentary, because it's like you know, I almost kind of compare it to kind of like preparing for Christmas. You know, Christmas is like you get together with family and friends, and there's decorations and there's food and gifts, and not all that happens on the day of Christmas, right? There's all this preparation beforehand. Um, you know, you have to, like, if you have decorations, you got to pull down the decorations. You have to have a day of setting them up, and then you have to now you got to go buy gifts for the family. So you're going to the store, you're buying gifts, you bring them home, you wrap them, you put them under the tree. You know, like for food, you got to go to the grocery store, you got to bring it home, you got to cook, you got to, and then all of a sudden it's almost like the day of Christmas is kind of like the day of con for me. It's like, this is it, you know, this is what we've been preparing for. And so it's a bit like that. Except I feel like on Christmas Day, when you're hanging out with your family, and it can be somewhat relaxing. It can be relaxing, where at con I'm not relaxing. It's like, nope, this is what I've been preparing for. This is, I'm gonna be on, you know. I can't just sit back and relax, because otherwise all my creations and everything is for nothing. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like, yeah, or even like that. It's kind of like Santa and all the elves, like, you know, um, they spend all year making those toys, right? Those toys aren't going to make themselves, and you can't just be like, you know, the elves on Christmas, on Christmas Eve, can't just be like, oh, well, we made all these toys, we could just relax now. It's like, no, 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 not yet, not yet. Exactly. It's kind of like what I feel like sometimes. I feel like one of Santa's elves. Except Christmas is multiple times a year for me. Almost done with this blue. Almost done. Almost done. Just added a little bit of turpentine to this mixture. Oh no, you're good, Win. You're good, Win. I mean, definitely, like, it could have been just a documentary about just the setup of the booth and that kind of stuff, but no, there's so much more. So, no, Win, you're fine. You do not need to apologize. All is good. I didn't specify before that, like, he's also going to be following me around as I paint and make products too. So, you're all good. Nah. That's right, Evil Leia. I like that a lot. I like that. The best kind of magic are the friends we made along the way. That's a good quote. There we go. And there's some like little paint chips here that I want to take out. The best time to take out these little paint chips is with the paint palette knife when the paint is still wet. And there are some streaks made in the paint. If you try to get those paint chips out or like brush hairs while the paint's dry, it's almost impossible and it can ruin your texture completely. No, don't dispel magic. We welcome magic here. And by the way, hi Blood. How you doing? Alrighty, so we got our blue. Now, probably not gonna finish the red for this stream, because we only have a couple minutes left, and I am getting kind of tired. But I want to show at least my vision for what the red's going to look like, and how I'm going to blend that. So first I gotta wash my brushes really well. And I might need a new napkin, actually. I think I need a new napkin. Sorry, I'm like off to the side over here. I know I had to, since this canvas is so long, I had to like completely like move myself over. I can actually move myself a little bit here so I'm not completely out of the frame. Good. I'm glad you're doing good, Blood. Yeah, I'm slowly getting better. Have a little bit of energy today. Still not 100%. You probably hear the stuffiness, but good enough to do at least a little stream today. Hey, it's Moniko Arts. Hi, Moniko Arts. How you doing? Hey, it's been a while too. No, you're all good, man. It's all good. Longer than I thought, but I think it feels good just to paint. So that's where I'm kind of like coming from a little bit. It just feels good to paint. And I'm probably going to continue this as today goes because it just feels good. Yeah, so for the red, I'm going in with my mixture of like the burnt sienna, red orange, and I am blending it. And then I'm gonna mix a little bit of orange in there as well. And I gotta be careful with this blue and orange because they're opposites on the color wheel, and I still want this to be bright and colorful. So I'm kind of just like lightly blending them together. These two colors probably won't seamlessly blend together, which that's okay. Hey, that's good, Moniko Art. I know it has been a while. I was like, how you doing? And I saw that you posted a new sneak peek of a sketch, which already looks super cool. It's good to see you here, and I know I can totally. That's good that you've been working on focusing on art. I know what you mean. I feel like lately I have also been just try to hyper focus on creations and that kind of stuff. Us artists, sometimes we do that. sometimes it feels good too to just get lost in our own world and just create, like, especially when we find that sudden motivation. And the red's kind of bleeding a little bit too much into the blue, more than I like right around here. So I'm going to kind of go back in with the blue and try to reblend. And I can always, I'm probably going to go back too with like second layers and stuff and reblend it. There we go. I know there's something funky going on over here. It's probably just because I'm trying to like force orange and blue to like each other. And obviously that's that doesn't like to be a thing. Oh, don't worry, Evil Leia. I am gonna take care of myself. Not to worry. Anyway, a lot of the times, like, creating and stuff is actually how I refill, and it's like, it's good for me to create, so we're all good. I see you, Fairybot, aka Caw. Meow. Yeah, yep. I like your comment, Evil Leia. That's funny. If orange and blue were toy figures, Athena would be like, now kiss. I like exactly. That's exactly what I think. I'm like, you two get along. You're friends now. Alrighty. But you can kind of see my vision for what the orange is going to be. I'll carefully lay this out so you can all see it. Where's a good place? How can we see this? There we go. So yeah, you kind of see. Ooh, I think it's going to be super cool. I'm super, super excited about this. It's going to be awesome. Yeah, and the orange will come up more in between here and that kind of stuff. It'll be kind of like fire. I really like this orange color. I really like how the blue turned out. Looking good. Looking good. No, thank you. Thank you, Win. Well, thank you everyone for joining today. It was a lot of fun. I actually, it felt good to come back, catch up with everyone, and work on some painting. Oh, thank you, Blood. I will. All is good. Yeah, so that will be it for today. You know, everyone's telling me to take care of myself. I hope you all take care of yourselves too, you know. I'll stay safe out there. Especially this winter. Something's floating in the air. Take care of yourselves. Aw. Thank you, Win. Aw, and thank you, Blood. I appreciate you all. I appreciate everyone. If, what was I about to say? Oh, I will be back next week on Tuesday, where I will continue working. Not sure if I will continue working on this particular piece or if I'll have something else to work on. especially if I get to sanding the Jinx props, then I'll probably paint those, but we'll see. Also, I have some other possible commissions that are in the works right now, so might work on those. I don't know. So Tuesday, it's still kind of up in the air, but I'll be making something Tuesday, something entertaining. Nah, thank you, Evil Leia. Oh, wait, hold on. I just read what you said, Evil Leia. I got you mixed up with other messages. Yeah. You know, usually I'm pretty good with like I have a pretty good immune system and I don't usually catch like the con flu. I usually skip that when everyone else gets affected. But I think I just wore myself too thin this con. That's on me. But oh well. At least I'm home. At least it hit me when I was home and not when I was at the con. That would really suck. Yeah, sorry, Moniko Arts. Yeah, I know you just popped in, and I'm like, oh. But I normally ended around 12, and I'm also getting like super tired. I was on what 10:30, I think I started streaming. But you know what, Moniko Arts, we'll stay in touch. I'll send you some of my new projects and things that I've been working on. I know, I'm sorry. I feel bad. Yes, that's what I have right here, Evolea. I've been sipping on tea. Yes, and I have no problem drinking fluids. Alrighty, everyone. I hope you have a good, awesome day, good, awesome weekend, and I'll see you Tuesday. Alrighty, bye.